Your closet is lying to you. It tells you every morning that you have nothing to wear. Meanwhile, it's stuffed with clothes you forgot you owned, things you haven't touched in 2 years, and at least 3 items you genuinely cannot identify. You've organized it before. You spent a whole Saturday folding, sorting, arranging. It looked incredible for about 11 days. Then life happened, and it went back to chaos. Faster than it took to fix it. Here's what nobody tells you about closet organization. The problem isn't that you're disorganized. The problem is that every Western folding and storage system ever invented works perfectly when everything is clean, calm, and you have 3 hours to spare. Real life gives you 60 seconds and a pile of laundry. Japan solved this problem centuries ago. Not with storage bins. Not with velvet hangers. Not with a color-coded system that requires a degree in interior design to maintain. With a folding technique so simple, so fast, and so structurally intelligent that once you learn it, your closet will never go back to chaos again. Not because you became more disciplined, because the system doesn't require discipline to maintain. It's called Tatami Ori, and in the next few minutes, you're going to learn why every professional organizer in Japan swears by it and why it works when everything else you've tried hasn't. Let's start with the name because the name tells you everything. Tatami, you've heard this word. It's the traditional Japanese woven mat floor covering. Firm, flat, precisely measured. Every tatami mat in Japan is exactly the same size. 90 by 180 centimeters. The rooms of traditional Japanese homes were measured in tatami units. Everything fit. Everything had a place. Precision and modularity built into the architecture itself. Ori means folding. Origami uses the same root. The art of intentional folding. Tatami Ori literally means folding like a tatami mat. Creating flat, uniform, precisely sized rectangles that stack, stand, and store with the same logic as those ancient modular floor mats. But here's where it gets interesting. Tatami Ori is not just a folding technique. It's a storage philosophy built on one central idea that most Western organization completely ignores. Clothes should be stored vertically, not horizontally. Read that again. Vertically. Standing up. Like books on a shelf. Not stacked in piles where you have to excavate down to find the shirt at the bottom. Not hanging where half the space in your drawer goes completely unused. Standing up, in rows, where you can see every single item at the same time from above. This one idea, vertical storage, changes everything about how a closet or drawer functions, and Tatami Ori is the specific folding method that makes vertical storage possible for every type of clothing. The technique was refined and brought to global attention by Japanese organizing consultant Marie Kondo, but its roots go much deeper into traditional Japanese textile care and space management in small homes where every centimeter mattered. Here's the part most videos skip or make unnecessarily complicated. The actual folding. Step by step. Clearly, the goal of every Tatami Ori fold is the same regardless of the garment. Create a compact, stable rectangle that can stand upright on its own without unfolding. That last part is the key. It has to stand on its own. If your fold collapses when you set it down, it won't work in vertical storage. The structural integrity of the fold is the whole point. T-shirts and tops, the foundation fold. Lay the shirt flat, face down. Fold one side in toward the center, roughly 1/3 of the width. Fold the sleeve back so it doesn't extend beyond the edge. Repeat on the other side. You now have a long rectangle. Fold the bottom up to about 2/3 of the way up. Then fold that section up again to meet the collar. You have a small, thick rectangle. Set it on its edge, the folded edge at the bottom, the open edge at the top. It should stand. That's your test. If it stands, the fold is correct. Pants and jeans, the vertical rectangle. Fold in half lengthwise, one leg over the other. Fold in half again, bringing the waistband down to meet the cuffs. Or for longer items, fold into thirds. The result should be a rectangle that stands upright in your drawer. Underwear and socks, the compact bundle. For underwear, fold the sides in, then fold into thirds to create a small square that stands upright. For socks, the Japanese method is to lay them flat on top of each other and fold into thirds, never balling them up, which stretches the elastic over time. The folded pair stands upright in a row. Sweaters and heavier items. These follow the same principle but with one additional step. Because they're thicker, you typically fold into thirds lengthwise rather than quarters, and the bottom to top fold is done in 2 sections rather than 3. The result is a wider rectangle that still stands independently. The universal test. Whatever you're folding, if the final result can stand upright on its long folded edge without assistance, Tatami Ori is working. If it collapses, the fold isn't tight enough or the proportions need adjusting. Practice this 3 times with any item and you'll have it. It's not a skill that takes weeks to develop. It takes 1 session of actual practice with your hands. The fold alone is not Tatami Ori. The fold plus the storage system is Tatami Ori. Here's how Japanese organization applies this technique to drawers and shelves in a way that makes maintenance require almost no effort. Store by category, not by type. Western drawers typically mix everything. T-shirts with long sleeves, with athletic wear, with whatever ended up here that doesn't belong anywhere else. Tatami Ori organization separates by category first. 1 section of the drawer for tops, 1 for bottoms, 1 for base layers. The categories don't have to be elaborate. 3 or 4 clear groups is enough. What matters is that everything in a section is the same type of item. Why does this matter? Because when you're putting laundry away in 60 seconds, you're making one decision. What category does this belong to? Then you find that section and add it to the row. No complex sorting. One decision. Done. Store in rows, not layers. This is the visual revolution of Tatami Ori. Instead of stacking clothes horizontally, creating the excavation problem where the shirt you want is always at the bottom, you arrange them vertically in rows. Like files in a filing cabinet, you can see every item at once. Every item at equal. Every item is equally accessible. Adding a new item means adding it to the end of the row, not disturbing everything else. This is why Tatami Ori maintains itself. Adding items is effortless. Retrieving items doesn't destroy the system. The drawer returns to its organized state naturally because the structure is maintained by the geometry of the fold, not by the perfection of your organization habits. Fill the drawer to 80%. This is a direct application of the Japanese principle of harahachi-bu, the concept of stopping at 80% capacity rather than filling completely. A drawer that is 100% full cannot absorb any variation. The first item that comes back wrinkled or slightly larger than expected destroys the system. A drawer at 80% has room to breathe. Items can be added without precision. The system accommodates real life instead of demanding perfect behavior to survive. This 20% empty space is not wasted space. It's the space that makes the system sustainable. Color gradient, the Japanese aesthetic bonus. Traditional Japanese textile organization often arranges items from light to dark within each category. Light colors at the front, dark at the back, or left to right. This is partly aesthetic. A gradient is visually calm in a way that random color arrangement isn't. But it's also functional. You can find specific items faster when color provides a secondary sorting system. This step is optional, but if you implement it, your drawer will look so organized that you'll want to show it to strangers. Not everything gets folded. Tatami Ori is a system for drawers and shelves. Hanging has its own Japanese approach that works alongside it. The Japanese rule for hanging is elegant and strict. If an item loses its shape when folded, it hangs. If it can maintain its structure through folding, it goes in a drawer. Items that hang: structured jackets, blazers, dresses, suits, dress shirts, anything with significant drape or construction that flat storage would damage. Items that fold: t-shirts, casual shirts, jeans, trousers, knitwear, athletic wear, underwear, socks, pajamas. Most people hang far more than they should. Hanging takes significantly more space per garment than folded vertical storage. And a hanging rail that's too full is just a horizontal pile standing up, the same excavation problem in a different orientation. The Japanese hanging approach organizes by length, longest items on one end, shortest on the other. This creates a visual slope that is pleasing to look at, but more importantly it reveals the empty space at the short end of the rail where you might add another storage element, a second smaller rail, a set of hooks, or a small shelf. Within each length category, items hang by color, lights to darks. Same principle as the drawers. The result is a hanging section where every item is visible, grouped logically, and retrievable in seconds without disturbing everything else. Here's the part that actually makes the difference between a system that works for 2 weeks and one that works forever. The 60-second habit is not about organizing. It's about never needing to reorganize. The Japanese concept underlying this is called katazuki, the daily practice of returning things to their place. Not as a cleaning session, as a continuous, frictionless habit. In a TATAMIORI system, katazuki after laundry looks like this. Pick up item. Fold it using TATAMIORI. Place it at the end of its row in its category section. Move to next item. A standard laundry fold in the Western system takes roughly 30 to 45 seconds per item. The TATAMIORI fold, once practiced, takes 8 to 12 seconds. The placement takes 2 seconds. 10 items of laundry, roughly 2 minutes total, including putting them away. That's the 60-second habit in practice, Not that every individual act takes 60 seconds, but that the entire daily maintenance of the system fits within the time most people spend deciding where to put one thing. The deeper principle: the system should be easier to maintain than to ignore. Most organization systems require effort to maintain. They demand that you be disciplined and precise every single time. Life, real life, tired life, rushed life, cannot sustain that demand. Tatami Ori requires almost no effort to maintain because the system is structurally forgiving. If a fold is slightly imperfect, it still works. If you add an item in a hurry, the row absorbs it. If you skip a day, the system doesn't collapse. It just has one item slightly out of place that you fix in 10 seconds the next day. The resilience of the system is built into the geometry. You can use Tatami Ori as a purely practical technique and get excellent results. But understanding the mindset behind it makes it stick, and makes it expand naturally into other areas of your home. Japanese home organization is built on 3 principles that Tatami Ori embodies completely. Mono no aware, the appreciation of things. This phrase describes the Japanese sensitivity to the beauty and transience of things. Applied to clothing, it means treating your garments as objects worthy of care, not just folding them to fit, but folding them in a way that preserves them, respects them, extends their life. Tatami Ori stores clothes in a way that reduces wrinkling, maintains shape, and treats fabric with the care it deserves. This isn't just aesthetics. Clothes stored properly last longer, look better, and cost you less over time. Shibui, beauty through simplicity. Shibui is the Japanese aesthetic of subtle, understated beauty. The beauty that comes from simplicity done with precision rather than from complexity and decoration. A drawer organized with Tatami Ori has shibui. The rows of color-graduated, uniformly folded garments standing in neat lines is visually calming in a way that is difficult to articulate but immediately felt when you open the drawer. This matters more than it sounds. You interact with your closet multiple times daily. The quality of that interaction, whether it creates mild stress or mild pleasure, accumulates. A closet with shibui starts your day slightly better, every day. Matanai, waste nothing. Matanai is the Japanese concept of regret over waste, extending to time, space, and objects. Tatami Ori eliminates wasted space in drawers. Vertical storage can hold significantly more than horizontal stacking in the same volume. It eliminates wasted time. Finding anything takes seconds. And it eliminates wasted clothing. When you can see everything you own, you actually wear everything you own. The forgotten shirt at the bottom of a stack doesn't exist in a Tatami Ori drawer. Matanai applied to your closet means that every item you own earns its space by being seen, accessible, and used. Items that aren't being used don't deserve space, which leads naturally to the Danshari practice of releasing what no longer serves you. The closet that practices Tatami Ori and Matanai together is a closet with no dead weight. Every item visible. Every item accessible. Every item earning its place. That's not just organization. That's clarity. Physical, daily, 60 seconds to maintain clarity. Your closet has been waiting for this system. Start with one drawer tonight. One drawer. Tatami Ori, everything in it. Open it tomorrow morning and notice how it feels. Then tell me you're going back to the pile.